So Chris Broussard sticking around for another segment. But first, Shannon.
Oh, what do you got over there?
He's getting ready. He's getting ready.
What'd you spike it with?
Go get real hot. Go get real hot. Skip, you be sick.
Are you buying this? Are you buying this?
As much as I would love for this to happen, Skip, I can't see this happening. I can't, and I don't know. And Chris, you and I were talking off the air. This is really not the commissioner's job to prevent things from a team from. Like you said, he loved the idea that KD joined Golden State. He thought it was good for the league. A lot of people started watching. No, you can't do this. Now, we saw the All-Star game. LeBron, it was the leading vote getter. He got KD and ended up getting AD. So it goes to show you what he thought of those guys. But this would be so unfair. But I would love it so much. KD made it abundantly clear. KD is like, I don't care who team it is. I can ball with anybody in the world, anybody, anywhere, anytime. Now, I don't really know Anthony Davis. I don't really know how he thinks or how he feels. Maybe he wants his team. Maybe he just wants to be out of New Orleans and go somewhere. Like, if I'm not going to win, at least I want to be known. I want people to know who I am. He knows if they pair these guys together, come on, man. They're going to win championship.
Wait a second. We're talking about old LeBron now. LeBron being his 17th
He'll be
year.
older.
40.
He could just be the point guard.
How about this here, Skip?
Distribute.
How about this in year 16? 44, 10, 9, 3 blocks.
This
on
is
60.
year 17 we're talking about.
Does he look like he's slowing
You know
down?
what? Father Time's going to tap him on the shoulder.
I love
you keep
it.
telling me Tom Brady's getting tapped right now.
But I love how Father Time go to tap everybody except pliability. Well, maybe he start doing pliability.
Maybe he needs to go visit Tom Brady.
TB12.
I would love to see this happen. I believe they will get one of the Ds, AD or KD. I don't believe they'll get both of those guys.
I do not believe the commissioner would try to veto this, but go ahead.
My turn. Let me say something first about Jarrett Jack, okay? Very respected veteran in the league. Very respected by Kevin Durant. He's from the same area Durant's from. Older player, Durant grew up, looking up to, NBA player, all that. Before Kevin Durant made his decision to go to Golden State, he called Jarrett Jack and started asking him all these questions. He didn't tell him he's going there, but he asked him all these questions about Golden State, the Bay Area, some of the players that may have still been there. And that's when Jarrett thought, before KD announced, he's going to Golden State. Right. So that's their relationship. Right. That said, I was in communication with Jarrett since these tweets. He said this is not inside information. He hasn't talked to any of these guys. That's just his personal feeling. Okay, now, the players involved. We know it's feasible. This is not like some pie in the sky. Like, financially, it could work. Because KD can go to the Lakers as a free agent. And then if AD demands a trade, says, I'm only going to the Lakers, they could offer, they give up, Ingram, Kuz, right, all of them. Yeah. Go. Agreed. Okay. Here's the thing with AD. He wants to win a championship, okay? Right now, don't expect any trade demand this year. There's not going to be any disruption this year. He's not going to demand a trade. But if they have a poor season, which right now they are, then he could begin looking elsewhere. The Lakers would certainly be on the list, but there's other places. Boston, because
have the most
they
assets.
They got all types of assets. And again, he wants to win. That's a place you could really cement a legacy, right? He would be open to New York if they get someone else, like a Kyrie. We talked about Kyrie and Durant going to New York. It could possibly be Kyrie and AD. I'm just saying there are other scenarios, too, for AD, but the Lakers would also be on the table. KD to the Lakers. I've said, people have told me KD's always wanted to compete against LeBron and beat him, and that's true. But the Lakers' pitch would be this. It's not a one-on-one matchup. This is not you against LeBron. You've beaten LeBron twice, and LeBron is still viewed as the first or second best player by most people of all time. Like, this hasn't damaged LeBron's legacy. In fact, most people still think LeBron's the best player in the world, even though you've beaten him twice. So, KD, it's past that. This is a beyond that, and they would say also, don't look at this as I'm following LeBron, I'm joining LeBron. When you join the Lakers, you're joining Magic, Kareem
joined them.
Shaq,
Will
Kobe.
James.
And look at when we saw LeBron just become the 5th leading scorer of all time. 5 of the top 6 have been Lakers. I mean, this is all part of the pitch. Now, the one thing KD's going to have to get past is what other people think. Because we've said it before. The perception, you jumped on a bandwagon in Golden State. Oh, now you're going to play with LeBron. You're jumping on a bandwagon there. That's the one thing he's going. That would be the biggest thing for him to get past.
Have you ever heard of carpooling? If your kids go to my school, why should I drive my car if you going? Can you take my kids?
He got past that to go to Golden State.
You.
Well, did he?
Right. And down 3-1 to boot. So I'm just saying that, but that would be the main obstacle for KD.
Old Skip Bayless would come to L.A. I say, I'm jumping on the first thing smoking going to L.A.
You did.
Hey, man, I don't care what they say.
You made a great choice, too.
Skip, you've been too quiet.
No, I haven't. I've been listening. I've been absorbing all this because I do think I'm going to put some stock in this because I also know Jarrett Jack, and I respect him.
Right.
And I knew him from the old show. We had him on a number of times, and I spent a lot of time around him. He has been around this league. He's been on 8 different teams, and he played with Anthony in New Orleans briefly, but he knows him that way. And as you say, he's like a big brother to Kevin because they're from the same neighborhood. So even though he's well-traveled around the league, and unfortunately now at age 35, he's still waiting for his next job offer. And I don't know if he'll get it or not. I hope he does. And there was some part of me that when he tweeted this thought, oh, he's trying to remind everybody, hey, remember me? I don't have a job right now. Just to sort of say, hey, just a little quick attention. And it got explosive attention. But I do think there's some merit. There's some, I'm just putting stock in it because Kevin Durant's a weird dude, man. And I like him and I love him as a player, but he's just weird because he's as oversensitive, thin-skinned a superstar as we've ever seen. He just lives on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. He's responding to Joe Blow in Des Moines. He really takes that to heart. Right. Yet he was willing to say, I'm going to go join forces with that team.
Yes.
You're going to do that? Seriously? Yeah, I'm going to do that. And I don't care because I'm in my 10th year and I want a ring. Right. Well, he just got 2, but he got 2 finals MVPs. And I told you, he won me over in the first finals with the Warriors because that was hard, man. He had the weight of the NBA world on his shoulders. He had what 95% of the NBA world wanted him to fall on his face in that finals. And instead, he shot it right in LeBron's face. He shot the shot of shots. He dribbled it up the floor and pulled up on LeBron, and boom, that was it. Finals MVP. And twice in a row, in a Game 3 in the King's Palace in Cleveland, Kevin took the game over. Yep. That's why I said, well, that's the best player on the planet to me. We could go back and forth on that. But, again, he does weird things because he's going to almost do what he shouldn't do, like go completely against the grain and then live up to it. So would he join LeBron here? Does he love L.A.? I think he still has 2 houses here, right?
Yeah.
And I think AD got a place here, too.
I'm not sure about AD, but KD obviously.
Oh, he'll get one.
LA. Yeah.
All right. So do the Lakers, I know the Celtics have, you can argue, more assets, but the Lakers got a lot of assets because I love all these kids. I love them all. Seriously, they're growing on me. I still love Lonzo. You guys maybe not quite as much, but still, if you offered Lonzo and Brandon Ingram and Kuzma, let's just start with those 3. Would they do that for AD?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Well, you might have to, and they're probably throwing another pick.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think with New Orleans,
we're not trading Lance.
Dale Demps is their GM. We know he's out of the San Antonio system, right? And they refuse to trade Kawhi to the Western Conference. So that would be what he would try to do. I think a big thing with New Orleans would be if Kawhi leaves Toronto, that could send other teams a message like, look, it worked for Paul George in Oklahoma City. But for the most part, in most cases, this is not worth the gamble. Right. Because the guy's just going to leave. And so maybe that keeps teams from making great offers that can rival what the Lakers could offer. But
I don't know.
Lakers could give up a ton.
It'd be something.
That'd be a lot. And LeBron, he could just play point guard on that team.
Because then they'd have the best player in the world and the second best player in the world
and the third
LeBron.
Maybe the first
Don't do that, Skip. Yeah, why you? Hold on. Now, I let you slide earlier.
He's old.
No, I let you slide earlier.
He's old.
When you said KD was the best player in the world. Yeah. You and I both know KD is not the best player in the world. He's the second best.
He is the best player in the world.
LeBron's
going to have these blips occasionally, these 44s, because he's old. He'll kind of rejuvenate.
Skip, the man averaging 27 points a night. You talk about a blip.
I'll say this to that, Skip. KD, as great as he is, he does not control a game like LeBron. And when Steph's not there, KD plays like LeBron. You know, he's bringing the ball up. It's kind of all going through him. And they don't have that much,
judge it by
success.
last night, because
no, not
last
just
night
last.
was troubled, man.
Not
It
just
was
last.
icy,
I agree.
Awkward.
I agree. I'm just talking about. That's why they almost lost to Houston last year, because KD was going ISO and all that. They got away from their system.
Remember when Steph got hurt last year? They missed those games.
I can give you a lot of other stats where he just took games over.
Yeah, I can give you a lot of stats about Cleveland right now. How they the worst team in the NBA. I can give you those stats. You want those?
Kevin
No,
Love is
no
out.
more time for those stats. No more time. By the way,
You're his champion now, right?
Clippers have the ability to sign
You know what?
T-Max
The Clippers
players
are
next
pretty
year,
good, too.
So
I'm
just saying. I'm putting it out there.
If Kevin went there by himself, forget bringing Kawhi. Obviously, they'd be greater with Kawhi. But if he went there by himself, they'd be a contender. That's a good team.
And then he doesn't
I'll
have
give you
to
that.
deal with the people on Twitter saying, "Oh, you just
No,
want to go
that's
LeBron.
true.
You're going to go win more rings."
That's where it's going to be. What's most
Chris,
important.
always good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Clippers.